across the Hank Aaron Bridge into American Family Field. Brewers TV is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Parking lots are jam-packed here today, and a great scene outside and inside American Family Field. Brian Anderson, Bill Schroeder, Sophie a minute with you. And great to have you all with us. Today's game produced by Brent Reeland, directed by Lindsay Ploget. Brewers and Twins ready for game 2 of this 3-game series. There is Derek Shelton, manager of the Twins. Last year, much different story where they traded off a number of players. This year, the Twins added at the trade deadline, and they are right there in the picture. Not only in the division, they're just 2 back of the White Sox. They're only a half game back of the 3rd wild card spot. Derek Shelton's lineup brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook with Austin Martin, Ryan Jeffers, and Royce Lewis starting it off. Josh Bell, Cody Clemens, Luke Keyshaw in the middle with Culpepper, Lee, and Kreidler rounding out the starting 9. And that is the batting order. Rock that will face left-handed pitcher Robert Gasser.
Yeah, last appearance for Gasser was at the Angels. That was a no decision, 5 innings, 4 hits. Really pitched well, gave up only 1 run, making his 2nd start of the year against the Twins. He made a start in May in Minneapolis. He got a no decision.
First pitch swung on, lined into left field, and going to be caught by Churio, staring into that setting sun.
Couldn't have been a worse time for that line drive.
Austin Martin on the very first pitch. By the way, that first pitch was presented by Aurora Healthcare. And 1 pitch and 1 out to get the day started. Tough sun field and left for about a half hour or so as it sets to the west, coming through the panels above the first base grandstand. So the left fielder here in this ballpark staring right into it. Next man up, Ryan Jeffers, and he takes a ball. We got a challenge already.
Catcher's challenging.
Chad Fairchild is the home plate umpire. He's also the crew chief. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. There's a theme developing.
Has 2 remaining.
There was a lot of those in last night's game.
Man, both teams emptied out their challenges in the middle of the game. Two pitches, 2 strikes for Gasser. Jeffers shoots one fair, hits off the sidewall, caroms out to Bowers, and Ryan Jeffers with a single here with 1 away.
Now let's check out the landmark credit union defense behind Robert Gasser here tonight. You got Churio, Mitchell, Bowers in the outfield. Jake Bowers goes from first to right field tonight. Ortiz at 3rd tonight. Pratt, Terang, Vaughn around the horn, and William Contreras back behind home plate tonight.
Well, the Minnesota Twins are a free-swinging, fastball hunting ball club. Royce Lewis extended his hit streak last night. He's hitting 12 in a row. That's the longest streak going in Major League Baseball, 12 straight games. And he's got an on-base streak of 18 consecutive. He started at 2nd last night, did Lewis. He's back at 1st tonight. Twins, they adjust their position players probably more than any other team. Lewis more comfortable at 1st, even though that is a new position for him. There's a swing and a miss. And we're probably going to see a lot more of those throughout this game. That changeup by Gasser.
You got to be careful with the fastballs of these guys, particularly early in the count. They jump all over fastballs. They're a very good fastball hitting club.
Runner at 1st, 1 out. Gasser deals and do him another changeup. Lewis out in front, and the count 1-2. That's 3 consecutive changeups against Royce Lewis.
Anytime you have a good fastball hitting club, the off speed is always good. It was good last night. 13 hits for the Twins last night, 12 of them coming on fastball.
Not that Gasser won't throw the fastball, but I would imagine after watching what happened to Drowan last night, those fastballs need to be more for show. Twins are privy to that as well. It's a very good hitting ball club here, the Twins, and now they've added pitching to match. And how about that? Another changeup and a strikeout for the 2nd out. That's good work by Gasser.
Well, let's check out the Miller time game plan. Just what we were talking about, first pitch. The Twins last night swung at 35% of the first pitches that the Brewers threw last night. That's a lot. Over a third. Not too many teams are that aggressive.
Josh Bell had 4 hits last night. Drove in 3 runs. He popped a 2-run homer. Well placed fastball there. Inside corner on Bell. Bell in his last 5 games has 9 hits with a couple of homers and 5 RBIs. He's top 10 in the American League in RBIs coming in. And a changeup for strike 2.
He's throwing that pitch. He's got a good feel for it right out of the bullpen.
Brewers have Jacob Mizorowski pitching tomorrow. Needing a win today to give themselves a chance at a series win with their ace. Brewers have not lost a series here at home since late June when they dropped a series to the Cubs. And the Miz is ready for a Sunday afternoon start against the Twins. We'll be testing that fastball theory tomorrow with Mizorowski.
Yeah. I don't think that's the fastball that you have to be concerned about.
Right.
You know, 103, 104. And not too many guys see a fastball like the one Miz has.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Bell. Jeffers at first. And that one misses. Bell a good take on a change. Bell's just a good hitter, always has been. Pretty much the DH every day these days.
Switch hitter, pretty good for both sides.
When he did play in the field in his Pirates days, he played first base. But he's in there to swing the bat. 2-2. And he lays off. It's a good take. 3-2 the count. He's a good hitter, is in a good place right now. That's a scary combination. Jeffers will be off with a pitch. 3-2, and Bell puts a barrel on it, drops it into left field for a base hit. Churio's throw comes into second, and Josh Bell
really
is raking.
Really isn't that easy. He's making it look so easy. That was a changeup. A good changeup down in the strike zone. I guess if Gasser had his druthers, he would have rather had it away. But check this out. I mean, he goes down and gets his changeup in full count. Takes off that top hand to keep the bat in the hitting zone. Big, strong hitter, able to muscle it out to left.
Wire Camp presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Twins immediately put up a threat here in the first inning. Here's Cody Clemens, who's 2 for 2 in his career against Gasser. He's got some good memories against the Brewers starter today. Son of the Rocket, Roger Clemens. Cody has found a home with the Twins. There's a little tapper, going to be a tough play. Turang scoops it. Did he get the tag on? He did. Heads up play by Bryce Turang. Charged it aggressively, got the tag on Bell. Gasser puts up a 0 in the first. Brewers coming up. Turang and then Churio. How about Jackson Churio with first inning homers in back-to-back games? Can he do it again today? We'll find out.
Shines a blue moon.
Pat Murphy's got the scowl on early. Won't see his ball club get back to winning ways. Took 3 out of 4 from the Pirates. Dropped the opener yesterday. Potawatomi Sportsbook batting order has Turang, Churio, and Bowers at the top. Contreras, Mitchell, and Andrew Vaughn. And then it's Yelich, Pratt, and Joey Ortiz. Wisconsin Dells scouting report on Taj Bradley.
And making his second career start against the Brewers. No decision back last year. Last time out, a no decision, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. And for Bradley, the Twins do not score many runs for this guy, not lately anyway.
His first bolt out of the bullpen here is 98 miles an hour. Another one at 98. Turang fouls it away.
Yeah, last win for this guy came way back on July 12th.
He's a Georgia native, Stone Mountain, Georgia, just 25 years of age. A couple of years with the Tampa Bay Rays, 2.5 years with Tampa Bay. Traded to Minnesota last year, first full season as a Twin. Turang turns that one around on the run, and it's going to bounce at the base of the wall. Keyshaw plays it in, and Bryce Turang starts this one with a double.
So took an interesting route to that baseball. He went over, then went back. Kind of misplayed it a little bit. Not to say that he would have been able to catch it, but Bryce Turang gets things going early here tonight. That was a split-fingered fastball. He's got a splitter, a cutter, and a four-seamer. Good start to the night.
And it sets up Jackson Chourio, who has found his home run stroke. 3 homers in the last 4 games. He's hit first inning homers in the last 2 games.
And his exit velocity has been off the charts as of late. Month of August, he has been terrific.
There's a nice little breakdown Vinny Rottino had in our pregame show. It's bat speed and exit velocity. This guy swings with a violent approach. The superstars of the game here. Friday night, last night, in the City Connects. Zabby Matthews left one up, and Chourio banged it off the batter's eye in center field for his 16th homer.
See, it's not a big swing. It's just a very quick swing. Very much under control. It's all about bat speed at the point of contact. That's when it's most important.
3 balls and no strikes. Chourio's only 22 years of age. His walk rate will increase as the years go by. He's usually up there hacking. And gives Bradley obliges with a strike. Three balls and a strike with Turang at second. That is ball 4. So Chourio with some plate discipline and 2 on. Ball 4 presented by Feltco. Brewers put up a threat here in the first.
Now you want to be patient with this guy, but not too patient. He gives you one to hit, go for it. He's walked now 54 batters, 126 and 2/3 innings. It's quite a few walks.
Walk
Some
rate
strikeouts to go with it, though.
It's around 4 per 9 innings. His strikeouts around 10 Ks per 9. As Bowers had cut it a foul. Twins had lost 4 in a row. They beat the Royals Thursday and then won last night. They are a game under 500, 58 and 59. White Sox lost at home against the Guardians last night, so the Twins were able to pick up a game in the division. It is a bit of a pillow fight in the American League Central. However, somebody's got to come out of there, and the White Sox lead in that division has been cut to 2 with the Guardians and the Twins, the 2 chasers.
Under 500, yeah, and they're in the playoff hunt.
0-2 to Bowers with 2 on. Did he go? He did not.
Throws that curveball about 9% of the time. Four-seamer, cutter, splitter most of the time.
Bowers gets a start in right field today, and he sends one to right field. That's down. Turang held up just to make sure it was down, and the Brewers have the makings of a big inning. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Yeah, that's good base running by Turang. Nobody out. You don't want to take any chances. I mean, if that ball's caught out there, it's going to be a double play. Pretty much doing away any opportunity for an inning. Be careful, nobody out. Now the bases are loaded. That's a nice pitch right there. And Bowers able to hammer it out to right field.
Turang and Bowers each with hits with 2 strikes. And now it's Contreras. Brewers had the bases loaded twice yesterday. Scored the first time, could not score the second time around. So they've had base runners. This game already feels like last night's game. Pitchers beware. 0-1 to Contreras. And it's 0-2 now. Brewers jumped out 4-0 last night. Got that Chourio homer in the first, and then there was a 3-run inning. All those runs were unearned after a Twins error. But Minnesota came roaring back, won the game 8-6. Oh, look out. Hit it. Contreras, an RBI the hard way.
Boy, that was dangerous. That didn't miss his head by much.
The run is in.
Got him on the shoulder, but a scary pitch right there on an 0-2 count.
Got him right on the elbow pad. That's a good spot.
It was a curveball.
Gladly take that one. Hit him with a 2-strike pitch. Terang is in. The Brewers strike first here tonight. Bases still loaded, nobody out for Garrett Mitchell. Mitchell fought his way out of an 0-for-18 slump Thursday against the Pirates. Adjusted his stance just a little bit. You might notice his hands in a little different position.
It looked like Contreras had a bit of a different stance up there in his first at bat tonight. Crouched over a little bit more.
He is a .400 hitter with the bases loaded. He's never had a grand slam in the big leagues. Brewers don't have a slam this season. One of 3 teams without one. And Mitchell in a little liner, caught by the pitcher, Taj Bradley. Everybody scampers back.
Sounded like he might have broke his bat. Wasn't hit all that hard on the handle. Good base running though by Churio to avoid the double play.
99-mile-an-hour fastball in the inner half. And the first out for Taj Bradley. Bases loaded, 1 out for Andrew Vaughn. Bowers in right. Vaughn gets to start at first base against the right-handed starting pitcher. Coming in at .299, Andrew Vaughn. 5 homers, 33 runs batted in. OPS is at .866. Missed the first 6 weeks of the season with that broken hand. I'm sure there is some urgency with his Brewers club to cash in with a big inning here. One's not going to feel like enough.
Yeah, right. I mean, not the way the Twins have been able to swing the bats. I mean, comeback victory in Kansas City before they got here. 8 runs on the board last night.
1-2 the count. And the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes on Vaughn. Bowers was unable to play over 3 games against the Pirates, which put Vaughn in a position against right-handed starters, and he delivered in that Pirate series. And it's earned him a start here.
And numbers speak for themselves, hitting almost 300. Nice problem to have, having a couple of first basemen that you got to figure has to be in the lineup at some point.
Count is 2-2. Taj Bradley, a big strikeout pitcher, comes in 7th in the American League in Ks. And Vaughn strikes out. That's the first swing and miss of the inning. And now 2 men are out.
I'm on a cutter. Cutter down and away off the plate.
No doubt about the swing. First strikeout for Bradley, and a big hand for Christian Yelich as he steps in with the bases loaded. Big chopper right to the shortstop Culpepper, and he'll go to the bag, and the Brewers get only 1 out of that. But they do score first, and we're off and running at American Family Field. Twins coming up, 1-0 Brewers.
There's lots of
Robert Gasser back on the mound now, working with a 1-0 lead, and the Brewers continue this stretch of 17 consecutive games before their next off day on Monday. And so they made a roster move affecting their bullpen, as Bryce Wilson, who pitched 3 scoreless innings in last night's loss, was the man designated for assignment as they continue working with a 6-man rotation. That means they're an arm down in that bullpen. So they have recalled Lyon Richardson to take his place as a fresh arm. And Pat Murphy's saying that certainly for Bryce Wilson, he's that odd man out. He's out of options, and again, you just can't afford to be down a reliever in the construction that they are in right now as they continue this long stretch. He said he was so efficient, he pitched so well, his performance was great. He certainly did his job when he was asked, but when you go those multiple innings, even with the low pitch count, if you're down a day, just not in a position where they can absorb that. So Lyon Richardson would be making his Brewers debut. He pitched well in Nashville, guys, 13 games in a 4.2 earned run average. Chris Hook said it's tough. You got to make really good decisions as a coaching staff when you're operating in the 6-man rotation.
All right, thanks, Sophia.
That's a tough break for Bryce Wilson. I mean, he threw 3 innings, 1 over the minimum, essentially saving the bullpen for tonight.
Yeah. But there's no wasted motion in the big leagues, and I'm sure a lot of teams took note of that, and hopefully Bryce will get a chance in the big leagues elsewhere, because he is now free to go.
He's always done well as a Brewer.
Yeah.
He's always done well. Whether you spot start him or you put him in long relief.
Tough business.
Yeah.
Luke Keyshaw leads off, and Robert Gasser stranding a couple of Twins in the first inning, gave up 2 hits and put a 0 on the board. Brewers got 1 on a bases loaded hit by pitch. Contreras with the RBI, and then Mitchell, Vaughn, and Yelich all put out in order to end the inning for Taj Bradley. Right now the Brewers up 4.5 games on the Cubs. Cubs are in Kansas City tonight. Four and a half games, as close as the National League Central has been for the Brewers since June 16th. Keyshaw drives one right center field. Mitchell on the run. Mitchell can't get there, and it bounces out. Automatic double for Luke Keyshaw.
Yeah, guess what that pitch was? Another fastball that the Twins were able to hammer somewhere. This one in the gap in right center. Fastball away, goes right with it. And Twins have a leadoff double. Check it out. Not a bad pitch. It was on the edge. And you can see Mitchell playing shallow, not able to get there.
I just don't see major league pitchers, especially Brewers pitchers, give up this many hard hit balls. Twins are in the pocket right now. They are crushing the baseball. Big swing and a miss for Kalen Culpepper.
Yeah, they're crushing fastballs. I mean, that's a pitch that has to be on top of mind for every Brewer pitcher. See how it's going to go with the Miz tomorrow, but you figure that Gasser's going to be using that sweeper changeup quite a bit.
Culpepper, that's off his foot. That's a dead ball. And the count is 0-2.
That was a good cutter that time.
Second day in the big leagues for Kalen Culpepper. His first major league hit was a home run yesterday. Came in his second at bat. 23-year-old former first rounder. That was just 2 years ago. Twin shortstop to a homer in his first AB. Some Twins history there. There's his family. Said the pass list is about 10 to 15 for this first run in the big leagues for Culpepper. Played his college ball at Kansas State.
A lot of Twins fans here in Milwaukee. About a 5-hour drive.
1-2 the count. No. Gasser hits Culpepper.
Yeah, that hit solid right there. Wow, that ball just hit and dropped.
Struck him right on the knee.
Yeah, side of the knee, nothing but bone there. That's going to hurt. It's going to feel about as good right now as it's going to all night. It'll start stiffening up.
He had put his equipment inside his helmet. which you would do if you were going to the bench. And then they reminded him, no, you're going to need that helmet running first base.
Yeah, you got first base coming. Check it out.
Tri-City National Bank dirt cam.
Maybe just a little bit above the knee.
Oh, man, that just sounded bad. So that comes with 2 strikes. Keeshaw's double with 2 strikes. There's been 8 base runners already in this game. 6 of them have reached with 2 strikes. There's a theme developing. Gasser could use a double play ball here. It's Brooks Lee, switch hitting third baseman. Did not start last night. He's a big power hitter. Aren't many number 8 hitters who popped 16 homers in the big leagues this year.
Driven in 60. Wow. Tough league.
And able to check his swing. 2-0. And Lee into left field, hooking. Churio. Oh, what a catch! Jackson Churio. What a jam in left field for the first out of the inning.
That's a keeper right there. You're going to see that one on the highlight show tonight. I didn't think he had a prayer to get there. That ball was smoked. He was able to get to over there by the line, angling back nicely, and able to make that catch as that ball's getting by him. Oh, what a play by Jackson Churio.
Wow. Full flight. Churio.
Put a circle around that one.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, did he have some closing speed to get to that ball. First out. Kreidler on the first pitch pops it up. An infield fly rule is called. There is out number 2, and suddenly Gasser has a way through this second inning.
I tell you, that's a momentum changer right there. I mean, you make a catch like that out in left field, that pumps your pitcher up, that pumps everybody else up in the field. It's not always offense that gets you going. I mean, a play like that can really do wonders.
So from 2 on nobody out to 2 on 2 out, and back to the top of the order in Austin Martin. A first pitch swinger in his own right, like most of these Twins. Martin swung at the first pitch to start the game, lined out to left when the sun was shining brightly on Churio in left field. Takes a strike this time. Changeup. Oh, and Gasser hits Martin. Got him with a breaking ball that time. The bases are loaded. And Chris Hook on his way to the mound. I tell you, gotta give the Twins lineup credit. I mean, they certainly have the Brewers pitchers' attention right now, and you feel like on the mound, I'm guessing that you got to be so precise.
Yeah, you don't want to be leaving anything down the middle of the plate after what we saw last night. It seems like every mistake that the pitchers for the Brewers are making, they are hammering somewhere.
Well, maybe Chris Hook can unlock Gasser here. Already 5 base runners, 3 hits and 2 hit batters in the first 2 innings.
Gasser now has 7 hit batters on the year.
And he's got to deal with a power hitting catcher in Ryan Jeffers. Jeffers has 10 homers in just 224 plate appearances. Spent a couple of months on the injured list. Jeffers had a hamate bone fracture. Hand injuries and hitters are always tricky. You don't know what kind of hitter you come back as.
As if it's not tough enough to hit when you're catching.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Jeffers takes ball 2. Well, it really hasn't bothered Jeffers. They took their time getting him back. He's reached base safely in 17 of his 18 games since coming back from the injured list. There's a strike.
Good pitch, cutter. You knew if you threw a fastball for a strike, Jeffers is going to be taking a swing at it.
He shot one down the right field line in the first inning. And he takes a strike. Surprised him with a fastball.
Right on the inside edge.
Gasser, some high stress pitches in the first 2 innings. He's got him loaded. 2-2 and a little tapper foul.
I don't see many sweepers so far tonight.
He just hit Martin on the sweeper.
Might be a good time for one.
What does he have in mind? 2-2 the count. And Jeffers turns on that one. He's going to hook it foul.
That was a sweeper, but he was all over it. Oh, man.
You feel like the Twins have no holes right now.
And it wasn't a bad pitch either. It was down.
Every at bat is a grinder right now. 2-2. And it's 3-2. All 3 runners will get a head start. This will be the 8th pitch of the sequence. And like Drowan last night, Gasser's up over 40 pitches. Sellout crowd trying to help him out. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners go. Ball 4. And a tie.
One hit, a couple of hit batters, and a walk, and we're all tied. It's a tough offense to navigate through. I mean, they're good. They can hit.
Now, the most dangerous of the Twins is coming up in Royce Lewis. He has been on a tear lately. Gasser struck him out with changeups in the first inning.
You can see that Gasser just does not want to get too much of the plate with these pitches. Trying to catch the edges, catches the corners, and he's missing in off plate.
It's that catch-22. You nibble a little bit, and then you fall behind. Puts him in a better spot. And again, he's in a 2-0 count. Nowhere to put him.
And not good. 27 pitches, nearly as many balls as strikes.
3-0. Lewis would certainly be a Twin to have a green light if one was given. And he takes a strike. Well, it would be a bit of a Houdini act if he can get out of this inning with only 1 run scoring. Gasser deals a 3-1. Lewis line drive left field. Churio can't get there. It's off the wall. This is going to bring in 2 runs. And Royce Lewis with a 2 RBI double. Twins have the lead 3-1.
Fastball middle in, and he didn't miss it. Have the Twins missed any fastballs in this series so far? I mean, it's amazing. Every time the Brewers make a mistake with a fastball, they are hitting it hard. No chance for Churio to get to this one. And middle in, he's looking for it, 93 miles an hour, and drives in a couple.
Extends his hitting streak to 13 in a row, a career best for Lewis. And the Twins are at it quickly again. Here's Josh Bell. Bell singled his last time up on a 2-strike pitch. And that fastball by him. 0-2 the count. With the bases loaded, these are the two best teams in the big leagues, and Lewis just added a hit to that total to join the Brewers at the top. Bell on the ground, right to Terang, and the inning is over, but Minnesota has brought the whooping sticks out once again. They score 3 runs in the second. They lead 3-1. Beautiful shot of American Family Field, courtesy of Drone Cam, which is brought to you by UW Credit Union. Twins get 3 in the second, and now the Brewers will try to answer. We're headed to the bottom of the second with the bottom of the order coming up. Cooper Pratt leads off. This is going to be a hitterish kind of series. It was yesterday. It has already started that way tonight. Oh, and 2 the count on Pratt as he goes. Cooper was 0 for 4 yesterday. Comes in hitting .280 in his 43 big league games. Brewers called him up June 16th. He's had a nice run at the plate in his first year in the big leagues.
It is amazing how polished these guys are when they come up from the minor leagues. They have a lot of confidence up at the plate. They trust their abilities, you know, the confidence level. A lot of times these guys look like they've been in the league for 5 years.
What do you attribute that to?
Oh, the culture. I mean, you know, it starts down in the minor leagues. It goes into AAA with Rick Sweet, the manager down there. You know, the way these guys are welcomed into the clubhouse. Talk to any player that has been in Milwaukee, they'll say the same thing. They're welcomed with open arms right away.
The environment is right to flourish, and they are expected to deliver. They're not just here to get their feet wet, or they are learning on the job, but the expectation is to produce as Pratt strikes out.
They're learning on the job, but they're in a pennant race. Puts an added pressure on a lot of everything they're doing.
Todd Bradley with his best fastball yet at 101. Strikes out Pratt, and here is Joey Ortiz. Been a while since he's been in the starting lineup. Last start was last week against the Pirates 5 days ago. Had a 3-hit game that day against the Pirates. And has not been in the starting lineup since.
Yeah, 3 hits and then welcome to the bench.
Tough league, man.
It is a tough league. Talking about that with Lee, right? Hitting 8th. All those big numbers that he's been able to put up.
Joey O is going along well. Last 23 games, covers over a month. He's hitting .343.
Got to change the picture on the scoreboard. He's clean shaven now.
A different Joey O. We're gonna get AI on that.
Got
Clean
the
him up.
mustache. He doesn't have the beard anymore.
Could do all kind of fun stuff up there. Give him a Pete Vukovich. Ortiz strikes out. Another big fastball from Bradley, and he's starting to feel it right now. Back-to-back Ks. 2 outs in the inning. How about we hear a word from Potawatomi Sportsbook?
When Potawatomi Sportsbook invited me, John Kuhn, to be their spokesperson, I had to join the team.
Yes! Yeah! Potawatomi Sportsbook. Your sport, our stadium.
2 outs, top of the order. Bryce Terang, who doubled his last time up. Doubled and scored.
I figure Bradley's out there. He looks at the scoreboard. He says he's got 3 runs on the board. The Twins have only had 3 runs of support of him in his last 4 starts.
This prolific offense, which is a top 5 offense across the board. Twins are 3rd in the American League in runs, and yet Bradley's been the guy that they have not scored for that much.
There's always 1 in every rotation, right?
1 ball, 1 strike. Terang flicks one foul. You find Bryce Terang's name across the National League leaderboard. 9th in RBIs, 9th in doubles. 8th in runs scored. He's 8th in walks. And one of the greatest defensive infielders in the game right now.
And the only way you can do that is being in a lineup. He leads the team in games played, 110, 111 tonight.
2-2 to Bryce Terang. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
111 of 117 games he's been able to stay in the lineup.
His double in the first was his 27th to go along with 16 homers. It's amazing how Terang, from his rookie year, went from a minimal threat offensive player to somebody that is one of the premium threats in the Brewers lineup.
Yeah.
And down he goes. Taj Bradley strikes out the side in the 2nd inning. Big fastball coming from Bradley.
At Brewers.com.
Now secure the best Brewer ticket prices for 2027 with a $100 deposit on the season seat membership. You score priority seat selection and 2 free tickets to a game this year. Plus, members get exclusive rewards. Learn more at Brewers.com/season tickets.
With that Christian Yelich, Bob Uecker signature bat available.
Where'd that go? I was here last night.
Got somebody check Vinny Rotino's backpack as Terang makes the play on Cody Clemens.
Vinny's trunk.
When anything is ever missing, we immediately go to Vinny Rotino. Not that he always has those things, but that's just where you start.
He's the giveaway king.
By the way, it is Make-A-Wish night here at the ballpark. Vinny proudly serves on the board for Make-A-Wish Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And we're honored to have all of our friends from the Make-A-Wish Foundation here in the ballpark tonight. That is a foul ball. Third base umpire Brian Walsh had to do some dancing over there.
Hopefully tough to dance out of the way of something and keep your eye on it.
That was close, though.
Clearly, foul ball. And he's able to avoid getting hit.
Yeah. Left to mark.
Ooh.
Looked like the red clay at Roland Garros, you know, right where it hit.
He's got him in the bare hand.
Almost left him left a mark on the person of Brian Walsh.
Yeah.
Luke Keyshaw had a double to right center his first time up. Twins 3 runs on 4 hits. All 3 runs coming in the 2nd. And a good spinner that time. There's a good sweeper. And it's 0-2.
He's got to get a good feel for that pitch. That's going to be such an important pitch, as we talked about when we came on the air. Anything other than fastball.
Keyshaw, soft little fly ball to left, is going to fall for a base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Not a bad pitch, though. Down and away. Went down and got it right off the end of the bat. Not much you can do about it.
No, it's just a team that's hot right now.
Yeah.
And they're feeling it. That's what happens when you're going well. This is a team that lost 4 straight games before their win Thursday against the Royals. Here's Kalen Culpepper.
This guy takes a mighty hack, doesn't he?
Put up some good numbers in AA and AAA, split time between the 2 levels this year. Missed a month in late June and a strain of the glute, which is what Rock calls me for 20 years.
A strain or a glute?
A glute strain. But in 74 games, Culpepper hit .271, 14 homers in 74 minor league games. That's 17 stolen bases as well. He's not a burner, but he has good speed, and he's a very good base runner and base stealer.
Good instincts, yeah. Good speed does not necessarily make you a good base runner.
This was his second at-bat in the big leagues. And he found one to his liking. First career homer into the Brewers bullpen.
Fastball up, and he turned on it.
Culpepper is the #2 Minnesota prospect. He's a top 30 prospect in baseball. He's 23, so he's 2 years older than Cooper Pratt and Luis Lara. He's a year older than Jackson Chourio. Runner goes, pick off at first, Vaughn's throw, and out at second. Throw is a little high, but good work by Cooper Pratt. Now wave it off. I think there's going to be a balk here. Yeah, home plate umpire Chad Fairchild came out and said balk, and so Keyshaw will remain at second base.
Well, you don't know. Maybe the front foot went behind the rubber, which means you have to go home, or he didn't step towards first. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I mean, he did put that leg beyond the rubber towards second base, and once you do that, you have to go home. He called it right away.
Tough for the home plate umpire to see, you would think, but he's the one who made the call. So instead of a caught stealing, runner at second with one out. Pat Murphy seems satisfied with the answer. 2-2 on Culpepper. And Keyshaw on his way to third. Throw to third, the tag. He's out. Perfect peg by Contreras.
And it had to be perfect, and it was. Twins are going to look at it for sure. It was pretty close play, but that throw was right on the bag. And a good job by Joey just to keep the glove right there. What a throw by Contreras. My goodness.
No challenge from the Twins.
That throw is a foot higher. He's safe. Check it out. Right on the bag. My goodness. What a play. What a throw.
Can't do any better than that right there. And Ortiz tough enough to stay right in there. Caught it, made the tag in one motion.
I wonder about the decision right there by Keyshaw to try and steal third with the way these guys are swinging the bat.
Yeah, not necessary.
No, it's not.
So Culpepper draws the walk. William Contreras leads the majors in caught stealing. Total number of runners caught, 21.
And did a good job clearing the hitter and throwing a strike.
Here's Brooks Lee now. Lee lined out. That great catch by Chourio last inning. Who knows where that inning was going if Lee's line drive falls. Culpepper looks like he wants to run. And popped him up. Turang wants it out in the grass. And Gasser puts up a 0. 3-1 Twins. We go to the bottom of the third. Brewers coming up. Chourio, Bowers, Contreras coming up. Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. By Miller Lite. Taste you can depend on. And by Northwestern Mutual. Discover a better way to money at northwesternmutual.com. Sellout crowd on a Saturday night. Twins have a 3-1 lead. They won last night 8-6. Brewers trying to get back to winning ways. Brewers are 3-2 on this homestand with 2 to play. Took 3 out of 4 from the Pirates. And a tough road trip coming up. San Diego and LA to play the Dodgers on the next road trip. Taj Bradley facing Jackson Chourio, gets ahead of him 0-2. Chourio walked on 5 pitches in his first at bat. And a called strike 3. Taj Bradley is dialed in right now. He has retired 7 in a row. His last 4 outs have been via the K.
And 5 of his last 6. And he is dialed in. Look at his fastball. He can't walk it across any better than that. Triple digits. Goodness.
Got some bounce in his step right now. Here is Jake Bauers. Overwhelmed him with a high fastball. Bauers, an oblique injury, didn't go on the IL, but he did miss 3 games. Injured that side sliding into home plate head first. Brewers won all 3 games. Bauers was unavailable.
Working quick, throwing the baseball with confidence. This guy's been good. I mean, 9-4. His ERA a little over 3.5.
And Bauers strikes out. Good block by Jeffers. Secures the K. Back-to-back Ks. 5 in a row now. Via the strikeout for Taj Bradley.
Pretty good breaking pitch right there. Really sharp breaker going straight down. Check it out. And a good block behind home plate.
Pitchcast brought to you by Wisconsin Dells. Brewers had the bases loaded, nobody out, and a run in the first inning. Bradley has not given up a base runner since. He's retired 8 straight since that moment. He hit Contreras with a 2-strike pitch with the bases loaded. That's the only run. Clipped Contreras right on that elbow pad, on his lead elbow. Half swing, he goes. 1-2 the count. But Bradley throws strikes. If he's got good command, he's as good as anyone.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's walked 53 before tonight's start. That's a lot. And the book on him is he can cruise along and then lose it for a while. We'll see if that happens.
Contreras gets under one, fly ball to center, and it'll be a 3-up 3-down inning. Taj Bradley's retired 9 in a row. 3-1 Twins. We go to the 4th.
It's on us.
Hey, collect your own Jackson Cheerio Bowl giveaway at the Brewers game on Saturday, August 29th, courtesy of 620 WTMJ. Make sure you're one of the first 25,000 fans through the gates. Grab a ticket at brewers.com/giveaways.
Here we go to the 4th inning. New third baseman is in, David Hamilton. Unusual spot here. You would have to assume injury or illness to Joey Ortiz. Sophia's down there efforting. But Hamilton takes over at third base for this 4th inning. Ryan Kreidler got the start at third base last night. He is in center field tonight. One of those rare players that can play short and center and third. Hitting 9th in this Twins batting order. Gasser puts up a 0 in the 3rd. Worked around a hit and a walk. Could use a clean inning desperately. Pitch counts aren't always the same. Depends on if a pitcher is getting to a certain count with a bunch of high stress pitches, which is the case tonight, or if he's cruising along and working from the windup.
Yeah, 5 innings last time out against the Angels, 76 pitches for him.
This is 68 already as Kreidler fouls it away.
One thing you could say, Gasser would like to be able to pitch deeper into games. He's only been able to get through 6 innings one time in his last 4. That's mostly important when you're working on a 6-man rotation when you're 1 down in the bullpen.
2-2, and that ball's lined into left center. Churio able to cut it off. Nice play. Kreidler's going to be held to a single. Twins just keep on hitting. Got a fastball. Kreidler didn't miss it.
They're making some loud contact these first 2 games, haven't they? Boy, that really coming off their bats nicely.
Twins had 13 hits last night. 12 of those hits came on a fastball by a Brewer pitcher.
Yeah.
Top of the order now. Here's Martin. Leadoff single for Kreidler. Martin shows bunt, bunts it foul.
And of course, the one thing you can say about these fastballs, they're pretty much middle, where they're getting an awful lot of the plate. I mean, you're not talking about pitches that are on the edges. They're mistakes, and they're taking advantage of them.
Brewers felt like they were set up pretty well with 2 lefties and Mizorowski. Twins have struggled against left-handed pitching this year. Everybody struggles against Mizorowski. But the Twins have found their version of a lineup against a left-handed pitcher. They're a pretty left-handed team as it is.
Already the 3rd time through the batting order here in the 4th inning.
3 runs on 6 hits. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Martin. He'll have swing foul. These are the spots where Gasser has had a tough time putting the Twins away. This is his 6th 0-2 count. And the previous 5 have not resulted in a strikeout. And all 5 in the previous 0-2 counts have reached base. That is a shocking statistic.
And Twins are very patient with 2 strikes. It's one thing to be patient early in the count. When you have 2 strikes on you, remain patient. You got a lot of confidence up there.
Two and 2 to Austin Martin. And on a hop to Pratt. Out at second. Terang's throw in time.
What a play by Pratt. Well, we've seen some really good defense by the Brewers. We saw it out there with Churio. That was a tough chance for Cooper Pratt. And that sinking one hopper came up on him, and he's able to handle it nicely. This is not an easy play. And they're able to turn 2.
So well done.
And the big throwing arm by Terang.
How many shortstops try to play that off to the side? Pratt hung in there with it, whether it was going to hit him or not. He got it in the glove and then got the transfer out quick. That was nice.
You just never know how much that ball is going to bounce, or how high it's going to bounce, or it's going to skip when you have that top spin on it. Very unpredictable.
1-1 to Ryan Jeffers. Single in the first, walked with the bases loaded in the second.
Another 2-strike count.
Gasser could use his 3-batter inning here. Start to minimize that pitch count a little bit. And he missed with a breaking ball. That's the one that's been a little elusive for him. That was closer. 2-2 the count. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. And he got him. There you go. That's the one he's looking for. Landed that sweeping curve. Faces 3 batters, puts up a 0. And now the Brewers coming up. Mitchell, Vaughn, and Yelich on a beautiful Saturday night in Milwaukee.
Back at American Family Field, Twins with a 3-1 lead here in the 4th inning. Our Freighter and Medical College of Wisconsin injury report. Sal Frelick has reported to rehab assignment. He's in the lineup leading off as the designated hitter for the Nashville Sound. So he got his wish. He's going to start building up. He's going to start building up his at-bats, and not quite ready to play defense yet, but he'll get to that point hopefully soon, Pat Murphy said. So he'll get his at-bats there. And again, the final test for him, guys, will just be obviously being able to play the field and being able to throw to bases and make the throws that he needs to pain-free.
Thank you, Sophia. And Sal Frelick, he laid down an ultimatum. He said, I'm going to join the Sounds. Whether you put me in the lineup or not is on you guys.
Yeah, well,
but I got to get out of here.
He's been watching Laura play some pretty good baseball out there in right.
Yeah, he has. Garrett Mitchell lines out.
Enough of this sitting on the bench thing. I need to get back at it.
I like Sal's approach too. You know, he said, I can hit. I just can't throw yet, and that's coming soon. So might as well go down and get some at-bats as a DH and start tracking pitches and start getting my timing back.
Yeah, do something to help you get yourself back to the big leagues. I don't blame him. Nothing worse.
Here's Andrew Vaughn.
Being hurt, sitting on the bench, unable to help.
Taj Bradley has retired 10 in a row since the first inning. Brewers got one on 2 hits and a walk in that first.
Should have had more.
Yeah, stranded him loaded. That was the moment to strike. Vaughn with a base hit. Well, Pat Murphy keeps giving Andrew Vaughn some of these starts against power right-handed pitchers, and he delivers again.
He got one right down the middle. Big fastball, though, in 98. Four-seamer straight as a string, and he barrels it up into left field.
He drove in a couple of runs against Paul Skeens on a night when Bowers wasn't available. So the 10 in a row is snapped. Tying run at the plate, Christian Yelich. And Bradley lands a big curveball. Yelich grounded to short his first time up. That was the final out in that first inning with the bases loaded.
See where that fastball was? Right on the corner. Guy's not only throwing hard, but he is dotting the edges.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now. Throwing hard, throwing strikes, well-placed strikes. Yelich thinking opposite field. Oh, and 2 the count on Yelich. Christian really fighting it right now. Did have a hit yesterday, but just 3 for 20 on the homestand with 1 RBI. Hasn't homered since July 24th against the Rockies. Hit a leadoff homer in that game. Gets jammed. Slow roller going to be a tough play. And Lee's throw is not in time. Yelich beats it down the line for an infield hit.
Pretty close. And Yelich chugging down that line. Looked like he might have been safe. We'll have to see. It doesn't look like the Twins want a challenge.
Take him any way you can get him right now, and suddenly the Brewers with something cooking here with 2 on 1 out.
A jam shot. You can see where Lee was played. He's playing around towards short. Not able to get the throw off in time. Yep, safe.
Here's Cooper Pratt. Pratt struck out his first time up. That started a run of 5 consecutive strikeouts for Bradley. Big spot here. The Brewers need to cash one in, at least one. 1 out in the 4th. Pratt down the left field line. That is hooking foul. Started him with 2 cut fastballs. Vaughn a slow runner at second. Yelich good speed at first. And Pratt takes a strike. Splitter. Emptying the toolbox here on Cooper Pratt with men on base.
Yeah, he's got all 4 working pretty well tonight. Kind of been the way he's been throwing the baseball for a good stretch.
One and 2. Remember, it's David Hamilton next. Joey Ortiz taken out of this game. Pratt is at his best when he's going to right field. He's got a good opposite field stroke. Most in the Brewers organization believe Pratt is going to be a power hitter in the big leagues at some point. Right now he's in survival mode in his first year in the majors.
Yeah, show that you can go the other way. You show the league you can go the other way. Then we'll start pitching you a little bit more inside where you can pull some homers.
That is a beautiful spray chart right there. Up the middle and to right field. Very well balanced. Here's a 1-2. And Pratt fouls it away.
Nice to see him get the same progression as Bryce Terang.
He's a lot bigger than Terang. 6'3", trending 6'4", big shortstop. Another 1-2. And Pratt, did he go? He did not. Good take, 2-2 the count. This will be the 7th pitch coming to Pratt.
Nasty curveball. Look how quickly that thing breaks. Right off the table, able to hold up.
But a line out and back-to-back singles in this inning. 2-2. Pratt takes a ball. That one tied him up. Only the 2 fastballs against Pratt. This is the 8th pitch of the battle here. And Pratt in the air, center field, over is Kreidler. And the runners retreat. 2 gone in the inning.
Yeah, good at bat though for Pratt.
That'll give us a chance to hear a message from Wisconsin Dells.
What should you do when you get to the water park capital of the world? Get to a water park and get some waves. Wisconsin Dells. Get here. Go to wisdells.com and plan your trip today.
All right, so David Hamilton instead of Joey Ortiz. We have to assume this is injury or illness with Joey Ortiz. Sophia's awaiting word from the Brewers clubhouse, but first at bat for Hamilton. Came in the game defensively last inning. Hamilton got the start last night. Had a couple of hits last night. Tying run at first in Yelich. Hamilton looks at one go by. Strike 1. Hamilton had a couple of hits in the Pirates series. 4 for 15 on the homestand. Vaughn and Yelich with singles. Did he go? Able to check it.
And not a guarantee that Vaughn's going to be able to score on a single. The outfield for Minnesota relatively shallow.
Brewers need a big hit right here. 2-1 the count. Hamilton late on it, fouls it away. Bradley is pitching with no fear with his fastball right now. He spotted it well.
And he's hit 100.
Yeah, 101. He's topped out.
Yeah.
2-2. That one in 99. Hamilton just fighting off as best he can. Hunting a mistake. '26th pitch of the inning for Bradley. 2-2. Hamilton takes a ball.
Well, now Vaughn should be able to score. We'll get a head start.
Good at bat here by David Hamilton, his first AB of the game. Long inning for Bradley. Runners go. Hamilton, little chopper foul.
Back good at bats. I mean, Brad had a nice at bat. Took some tough pitches. Got a cutter a little bit off the end of the bat, but it was a good approach.
Turang due next.
Not every good at bat ends up as a base hit.
Yeah, good point. This will be the 8th pitch that Hamilton sees. Digging into that starters reserves. Runners take off. Ball 4. Bases loaded again for the second time in 4 innings. The Brewers have loaded the bases, and now they'll bring Turang to the plate. And Pete Mackey, the Twins pitching coach, out to give his starter a breather here. It's going to be a 30-pitch inning for him, most likely.
That's exactly why he's going out there, just to let him take a breather and reset himself. And we have been told by those that have been around this Twins ball club that this guy could really cruise along and then he'll just lose it for a while. And maybe we're in the middle of something like that right now.
Brewers have the right guy at the plate in Bryce Turang. We're only in the 4th inning, but the way the last 2 days have gone, this at-bat has some tension to it, Rock.
Yeah.
Trying to break the seal a little bit. The Brewers did score 6 runs yesterday, but 3 of those were gifted by the Twins.
Unearned runs, yeah.
All right, Turang. Been a good hitter with bases loaded. And he sends one into right center. Down it goes. Into the gap. Vaughn is in. Yelich right behind him. We are tied. Turang wasting no time.
What a job by Turang pulling his hands in. That pitch was 99 miles an hour in on him. It was down. Able to get enough of it to dump it out into the gap, and we're tied. So the bottom of the order getting it done. Turang able to finish it off with a 2 RBI base hit. Nice approach by Turang. Wow.
See it all unfold courtesy of Wire Cam, brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bryce Turang has been clutch this year. He is now 9 for 17 with bases loaded. 16 RBIs in those 17 at-bats. It's Churio with runners at the corners. Slow roller to short. Culpepper to second, and the inning is over. But the Brewers tie it up. Bryce Turang comes through. 2 RBI single. Gives him his 2nd hit of the game. And number 2 drives in 2. And we're tied at 3. For every Brewers RBI, the Northwestern Mutual Foundation is funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research, the equivalent of $250. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers are proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. Bryce Turang ties this game, and the Brewers do some damage in the 4th inning. Not only do they score twice, but they send Bradley to a 30-pitch inning.
Some really good at-bats at the bottom of the order, setting that up.
Royce Lewis leads off, and Gasser deals a strike.
Gonna put up a 0 here.
Lewis drove in 2 with a single in the 2nd inning. Pulls that one foul. It was a double in the 2nd inning, I should say. So you got Lewis with a 2 RBI double, Turang with 2 hits and a 2 RBI single.
Been a lot of activity on the bases for both teams, hasn't it?
Tell you what, we've had a hit by pitch with the bases loaded and a bases loaded walk as well in this game.
Both teams have left a small village on the bases.
5 apiece, actually. And that's up the middle and through for a base hit. Royce Lewis is on another planet right now. 2 more hits. It's a leadoff single. Let's get an injury update on Joey Ortiz. We'll check in with Sophia.
Yeah, we just got confirmation from the Brewers clubhouse. Neck tightness for Joey Ortiz, so David Hamilton took over at third base. Ortiz had just the 1 at bat. So we'll get more from Pat Murphy after the game.
All right, thanks, Sophia. You figured it was something like that. Wouldn't normally see a change in personnel. So the Brewers are playing a man short the rest of the game.
You just never know what could create a situation like that with the neck. When you have a sore neck, I mean, you've had a sore neck. I mean, if you have a sore neck or a sore back, you can't do anything.
I didn't see anything on that play at third. Remember the caught stealing with Keyshaw kind of crashing into Ortiz. It was a great catch and tag. See Chad Patrick preparing. Gasser would love to get through this 5th inning, but the Twins are making it tough on the lefty here tonight.
Yeah. Probably going to be his last inning. Pushing 90.
Bell, a lazy fly ball. That's a victory to retire this guy. So Josh Bell is out. First out of the inning. And Lewis still at first. Brings up Luke Keyshaw. I beg your pardon, Cody Clemens. Keyshaw on deck. Remember, Keyshaw is 2 for 2 against Gasser. This could very well be his last hitter. Brewers would love to get one on the ground here. Clemens runs well. Tough guy to double up. Runner takes off. Lewis thrown out to second base. And Lewis is in with a steal. Like the Brewers, the Twins,
they like to run.
High success stolen base team.
Got a really good jump off the lefty Gasser. Not easy to do. Of course, you figure he's not going to give the best move. He's already been called for a balk. Pretty good job by Pratt to pick that low throw.
He's had the ball pop out of his glove a couple of times. He made sure it didn't happen that time. Clemens a good hack, fouls it back. Lewis now in double digits in steals. He's in scoring position with 1 out. Clemens is 0 for 2. He's hit the ball on the ground twice. Oh, good yacker there. Buckled his knees, and it's 1 and 2.
Back-to-back sweepers. Two and 2 on Clemens. Gasser, and that one is by him. Clemens able to fight it off. Clemens had a moment, maybe one of his best moments as a big leaguer. Hit a walk-off grand slam a couple of Thursdays ago. He has settled in nicely as a Minnesota Twin. Came up with the Phillies. And a swing and a miss. There's a good sweeper. It's that pitch we were talking about.
Pat Murphy wasting no time, springs out of his seat, and that's going to be the end of the line for Gasser. Keyshaw has had good success against the lefty, so Murph will take the ball from Robert Gasser. He goes 4 2/3 innings, and now Chad Patrick on to try to keep a runner at second base.
Even better.
Tonight's game presented by Wisconsin Dells. the golden hour. Saturday night, Milwaukee, sunset. And Robert Gasser is done for the night. He had to fight his way through a very good and hot Minnesota Twins lineup. Gruber offices one call, that's all called to the pen. Rocket will be Chad Patrick.
Yeah, he's been terrific. I mean, his numbers have been tremendous this year. 6 starts, 40th appearance on the season. Earned an average of .338. And very good out of the bullpen. Last pitched on Thursday against the Pirates.
Got the save on Thursday when the Brewers bullpen was a little thin with no Uribe and no McGill. Patrick came on and secured the 3rd win of that series. Luke Keeshaw's been a hot hitter. 2 hits, a double to right center in the 2nd, scored a run. Single to left his next time up on a little flare. And got a little over aggressive on the base pass, got thrown out at 3rd base trying to steal 3rd in that inning.
The cutter's his best pitch. He's probably the best cutter on the team. A true cutter, not a big break, just a very late, sharp breaking pitch going away from the righty.
Lewis, the runner at 2nd, leadoff single. And there's a bullet fastball in there, 97. His stuff has played significantly up since going from the rotation to the bullpen. And that's where you see it the most. Fastball humming in there, 97, 98 miles an hour. 2-1. Got a good cut at it, but fouls it back. 2-2.
Right on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Gasser's runner at 2nd base. 2 outs in the Twins' 5th. And a fly ball into right off the barrel, but playable. Bowers eases back, and the inning is over. Chad Patrick retires Keyshaw for the first time tonight. Shutdown inning for the Brewers after they get a pair. 3-3. We're all tied, bottom 5.
Only at Pizza Hut.
Got a big ovation. Everybody cheer for you.
All tied at 3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Taj Bradley back on the mound. Jake Bowers hacking at that first pitch. Bowers, Contreras, and Mitchell coming up. Bryce Terang with a 2 RBI single with 2 outs in the 4th to tie this game at 3. The Twins have out hit the Brewers 7-5, and there have been base runners everywhere. Pitching in traffic tonight has been the theme. Very similar to what we saw last night. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 on Bowers. Rock had a little fun with the Twins TV announcer Corey Provis. A little payback.
Yeah, I got it back from what he did to me in Minnesota. Yeah.
So what was the setup when you were in Minnesota? They were doing the lookalikes.
Yeah, right.
And Corey had kind of pre-arranged for your lookalike to be the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch, yeah.
And that got a big laugh.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I still hear about it. Yeah. So I got him back today.
And so yesterday, Corey was looking over his shoulder all day long. But because Rock is so savvy and he's a former big leaguer, he laid in the weeds.
Yeah. I let it go one day.
One day. Corey thought he was free and clear.
He thought I forgot.
3-2, and Bowers strikes out. So here's the setup. Announcer hijinks. In Minnesota, Corey Provis, longtime Brewer radio man turned Twins TV guy. They did the celebrity lookalikes, and he got you. And look at it, he got you good. Oscar the Grouch lookalike. So Rock had a little payback on his mind. He's like an elephant. He never forgets.
Never forgets.
Corey working the traditional stick mic from his radio days. And then during this timeout, he already knew. He already knew. He got him.
He handled it well.
Me.
What a great guy, Corey Provis. It looked like somebody, tipped him off though. The only guy I told over on the Twins side was Molitor. In no way he would have said anything.
Yeah, Paul Molitor doing Twins radio right next door.
Paulie wouldn't have said anything.
No, he's a steel trap. You can bet on that.
He told me that when we were in Minnesota, the Corey Pros was so excited about doing that. Yeah, there's Paulie, the igniter. Classy guy. Love to see.
There's
Paulie.
some guys on the Twins roster that are just now finding out that number 4 up in the rafters is the same guy as the guy that's on the radio right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Literally just found out today. Well, you can study hard, because if you could have a career half of what Paul Molitor's was, you've won the game.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
3-2. Contreras, big chopper. Culpepper for the second out.
And one of the greatest things that happened to me in my sports life was playing with Paul Molitor and Robin Yount.
Yeah.
For many years. I mean, 2 of the class acts, 2 of the greatest players you ever see.
Managed
good
Twins.
leaders, led by example, both of them.
Just even now, just so humble in who they are, what they've accomplished.
And Paulie, his 3,000 hit, the first player that hit a triple for his 3,000th hit.
Mitchell, slow roller out to second base, and a low shovel out. Good play by Clemens, and a 3-up, 3-down inning. Taj Bradley after a long 4th inning. Brewers want to take a look. No, they're going to wave off a challenge, and that's going to send us to the 6th. The igniter, one of the all-time greats, Paul Molitor.
The day from KFC.
Brewers and Twins tied at 3 as we head to the 6th inning. Chad Patrick back on the mound, and after Thursday's win against the Pirates, Chad Patrick was driving around Elm Grove and found a lemonade stand being run by a bunch of brothers. And so there's a look at the kids, Eli, Avery, and Miles, and their mom Jordan snapped a photo. Now, they were selling lemonade for $1, guys, but he, as Chad was driving around their neighborhood, saw that there was nobody at their lemonade stand, so he stopped and chatted with the boys, gave them each $100. Very generous from Chad Patrick. And not only that, he chatted with them a little bit longer, and he invited them to the game here tomorrow.
I love that. I love those stories. There's so many of those stories. As Chad Patrick drills Kalen Culpepper.
Second time he's been hit. Wow.
That one riding up and in. Culpepper got hit in the knee in the second inning. This one gets him in the shoulder.
Yeah, 3 hit batters tonight by the Brewer pitching staff. Twins have hit 1. That was Contreras.
Culpepper's been hit twice, and he fouled a pitch off his foot in this game. So it is another leadoff base runner for the Twins. That is the 4th time in the 6 innings they've had their lead man on. And Patrick will carry on. Yeah, you love those stories. Brewers are, out in the community and in the neighborhoods. I remember CC Sabathia just had a modest house that he rented in Brookfield and was hanging out with the neighborhood kids while he was dominating Major League Baseball. It's one of the beauties of this ball club, this organization.
Are you a guy that would stop at a lemonade stand?
Oh yeah, every time, always. I don't think I'm.
Look at me when you say that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've done it.
Got to.
I've done it this week.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not peeling off hundreds though.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, so, maybe I'll
give him a couple extra bucks.
Rock says here, this will be free. Just tell him Bill Schroeder was here.
Yeah,
Up your
right.
sales.
Yeah, okay.
He's a lemonade stand influencer. Liner into the net. Had some friends up here from Make-A-Wish. Paisley.
Throughout the first pitch tonight.
Man, she got a big ovation.
Yeah, right.
Spent a little time with us in the booth. Great to have Paisley and all her family and all the folks from Make-A-Wish on Make-A-Wish night.
Vinny's a big part of Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, he sure is, and it's an incredible organization.
Always a favorite charity for Bob Uecker. Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yep. And Bob did a lot of that on the QT as well. And a lot of Make-A-Wish kids in the booth throughout the years. Runner at first, Brooks leads, switch hitting third baseman. And 0 for 2 here in this game. Culpepper, as Lee hits it high in the air, right center, deep. Back is Bowers. He's got room. Brooks Lee just missed that one. Oof. First out of this 6th inning. Prior to the game, Paisley, who was in the booth with us, threw out a ceremonial first pitch and got a huge ovation. Of course, it was a strike. She's been through a lot.
Yeah.
It's great to have her here in the ballpark.
Good for her. Good to meet her. And she's excited about being on the field.
So we got a meeting at the mound. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Twins as Trevor Larnach will be announced as the pinch hitter. Chris Hook with a scouting report. It's one of those dangerous left-handed bats that Derek Shelton has available tonight, and he's going to take a shot at it right now with one out and a runner at first. That'll give us a chance to hear a message from Aurora Healthcare.
1, 2, 3,
How does it feel?
amazing. One of my best days ever.
And Trevor Larnach coming off the bench here, hitting for the number 9 hitter Ryan Kreidler. Kreidler finishes 1 for 2. And a dangerous bat. Larnach, 281 hitter with 10 homers, 41 driven in. OPS over 800. You would think with Chad Patrick's cutter, he would have better success against left-handers, but some lefties have gotten him this year, and the numbers bear it out.
245 batting average for left-handers against Patrick.
OPS around 750 or so.
750. He's at 38 punch-outs for the lefty.
Twins want the matchup, so Larnach gets the at-bat. Brewers would love to get a ground ball double play here. They've already turned one double play. It was a beautifully started double play by Pratt. There's the cutter. Larnach with a massive hack, and it's 1-1.
And a good pitch down and in.
Twins are a talented offensive team, and they're doing a lot of this without their all-star and their leader Byron Buxton, still on the injured list with a hip injury, eligible to return but not close to return. Larnach gets under one. He pops it up on a cutter. David Hamilton makes the catch for out number 2. That's a big bat retired.
Yeah, good pitch again. The cutter down. He got under it. Had a pretty good swing on it, but just popped it up.
Top of the order, Austin Martin. Martin was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. He scored a run. And he's the man who bounced into that double play in the 4th. Snap throw to first. Close play. Just back. Culpepper barely snuck a hand in there. Pitch was called a strike. And no challenge. Almost. That was an old trick for infielders before replay. Tag the bag. Sometimes you could trick an umpire into thinking the change of movement of the glove was on the body, on the foot, or the hand.
Not a bad idea. Just when you get the baseball, just put the glove in front of the bag, and a lot of times the guy will slide right into it.
That's what Joey Ortiz did earlier on that stolen base attempt by Keyshaw. Little knuckle buster. Vaughn is there, and Chad Patrick continues to shine. Notched his 5th save of the year on Thursday. He has quieted down the noise in the middle of this game.
Brewers.com.
Drone Cam presented by UW Credit Union. Beautiful look downtown Milwaukee. And not too far from downtown. We're here at American Family Field. Got a good game going here. 3-3 Twins Brewers. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Travis Adams on the mound for Minnesota.
Yeah, 26th appearance, earned run average about a little over 5.5. He's the guy that throws a lot of change-ups, cutters, sliders. Also a 4-seam fastball.
Both starters are out. Gasser goes 4 2/3 with 7 hits and 3 earned runs. Taj Bradley 5 innings. 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Had a couple of walks and 7 strikeouts. And he looked unhittable for a window there until the Brewers pinched him for a 30-pitch 4th inning. Turang with a key 2 RBI single.
Yeah, 2 rough innings. Other than that, he was pretty good, right?
Twins have made some defensive changes as Vaughn strikes out, and the first out of the 6th inning. That's Martin. He goes to center field. Beg his pardon, to right field. Yeah, I'm not sure this is accurate, but Larnock's in left, Keyshaw's in center, and Martin in right. Is the way the Twins do it. Everybody changes. Twins are not afraid to move their guys around, that is for sure.
Which is one of the reasons why they have struggled defensively at times.
It's been a little suspect. You're right. Yelich chance raining down on Christian Yelich. Yelich with an infield hit his last time up, and he scored the tying run on the Turang single. Brewers are getting to the point in the game now with a fully rested high-level bullpen. If you can snatch a lead at this point of the game, the Brewers are a tough team to come back on. And they've got all their best relievers ready to go tonight with 2 full days off. The game gets real short. It's one of the reasons the Brewers have the best record in baseball. There are a lot of reasons, but one of the major ones is an elite bullpen.
That got even better with Senzatella when they picked him up.
Uribe is preparing for the 7th. Got the part of the order coming up in the 7th. Yelich strikes out. Travis Adams with back-to-back Ks.
The slider eating him up inside.
Cooper Pratt with 2 away. Doesn't have a hit to show for it, but his at-bat in the 4th kind of set the stage for the inning.
Yeah, nice long at-bat, saw a lot of pitches. Didn't get on base, but made him work.
He and David Hamilton hitting 8 and 9. Working in deep counts. Hamilton ended up walking, and then that set up Turang's 2 RBI single. Twins bullpen has been very good since late June. That was a problem early in the season. They put themselves in a deep hole, but they've been fighting their way out.
And they made acquisitions at the trading deadline to make their bullpen even better.
Bullpen ERA at 3.02 since June 30th. Among the best in the American League. Remade bullpen at the trade deadline. After they sold at the deadline last year, they did the opposite this season. And it's paid off. They're in it. They are right in it. They're 2 back in the division, trailing the White Sox. White Sox have lost 4 in a row. They've kind of let the field back in. Twins are only a half game behind the Rangers for the number 3 wild card spot. Swing and a miss. Travis Adams strikes out the side. Nasty stuff. To the 7th we go. Jeffers, Lewis, Bell coming up. Uribe coming in. Hard Rock, our Aurora Healthcare defensive plays of the game.
Yeah, that was the first one that Churio applied. Put a circle around that one. And how about this throw by Contreras? Great tag right there by Joey Ortiz. And how about this double play? Tough hop. Pratt able to handle it. And then the big throw by Terang. Able to finish the double play. Good defense, good pitching. That's a win game.
Well, the Brewers have it in spades, both directions. Chad Patrick came on, did a terrific job to calm the waters, inning and 2/3, or inning and a third, I should say. And now it's going to be Abner Uribe, so he is moved into the 7th inning window, Rock, with the heart of the Twins order coming up.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about who is coming up when Abner Uribe is in the game. Last pitched on Wednesday against the Pirates. Tossed a 3-up, 3-down 8th inning. He's been unscored upon in his last 19 appearances. He has been terrific. In his last 29 appearances, he's given up all of 2 runs.
3-3 game, 7th inning. Ryan Jeffers singled in the first, walked with the bases loaded in the second for an RBI, and then he struck out in the 4th. There's a strike. Zipped one in at 98. Brewers scored first. Got a run on the first on a bases loaded hit by pitch. And then the Twins got 3 in the second. Brewers answered on a Terang 2-out 2 RBI single in the 4th inning. Neither starter will factor in the decision.
Slider for Uribe has been outstanding as of late.
Brewers had their relief pitchers out early today doing a lot of various things on the field. Pickoff moves, a little PFP, taking a ground ball, throwing to second, throwing to first. Attention to detail.
Drohan had an issue with one on a comeback on a bunt last night that he wasn't able to handle. Ended up being a base hit. So that prompted the Brewers to get a little PFP going.
I bring it up because, you know, they always try to make a game of it, try to have fun with it. And Uribe is usually always in the center of the fun police. There were a lot of laughs. But you get your work in.
You got to have fun. You got to enjoy the process, right?
Charlie Green was monitoring things closely, as he always does. It's a whole different world out there in that bullpen. On the ground, had about in front. Jeffers upset. Pratt makes a play, and Uribe gets his first man.
Well, go all in on game nights with MLB Plus. Stream MLB Network 24/7 in the U.S. and select out-of-market games every week. Plus live radio broadcast of every game. Game day 3D, big inning and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today.
Hey, happy anniversary. 45 years. Congrats. What a catch. Speaking of MLB and MLB Network, shout out to our man Matt Mascursion. He's going to be calling the Twins and Phillies in the Field of Dreams game.
Nice.
For Netflix, so that'll be fun. Former Brewer TV man Matt Mascursion.
My second partner.
Yeah, chased him away too.
It was Jim Paskey for 2, then Matty.
Chased him away.
Can you think of 2 guys on the opposite end of a spectrum as far as play-by-play goes?
Yeah, that is
right.
That's the alpha and the omega there. Did he go? Did not. And then who'd you chase away after that?
Darren Sutton.
Darren Sutton chased him away.
And in the meantime, I had Len Casper for a little bit.
Chased him away.
Matty LePay.
Chased him.
And you're still here now.
That's
20
right.
years, right?
Unchaseable. It's like the cockroach in the corner.
I think you're going to be the chaser. I'm going to be the chasee here soon. Yeah.
Well, let's hope not. We don't get as many as we used to, but we love the ones we get. Nothing like working with your friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
hardly
right.
work at all.
Not just in here either. Yeah, the crew been together forever. I've been in here 32 years, and a lot of the crew have been here a lot longer than that.
Yeah. Especially that guy. Andy. One of the legends. Brings you the sights and sounds of Brewers baseball for decades. 3-2 to Lewis, and a swing and a miss. Uribe strikes out Royce Lewis, the hottest hitter going right now. 2 up and 2 down.
There's that slider, just nasty. Let's check it out. I mean, it starts down the middle, and then with that late break, not a big break, but just enough to get the bat off the baseball. Yeah, he knew it. That was a nice pitch.
2 gone. Here's Josh Bell. This will be the matchup. Bell 4 hits last night. Had a hit in his first at bat tonight. He's 1 for 3. One of the top 10 run producers in the American League. Steve Reich in there. Slider.
Throwing more strikes with the slider lately than the fastball.
Another one. Backdoored him that time. Caught the edge. And it's 1 and 2.
That's what makes him so tough. I mean, he throws 99 to 100 with the sinker. And then he'll throw that slider at you. And when you guy that throws that hard, you just hope he doesn't throw it for a strike, talking about the slider, but he does.
Here's a 1-2. Trying to get through the order in this 7th inning. And he misses with a fastball. He had thrown 8 consecutive sliders until he misses with that heater. It is a power sinker if there ever was one. 98 to 100 miles an hour. 2 and 2. And Bell fights off a 100-mile-an-hour sinker. That's a heck of a foul ball.
Yeah, down the zone.
How do you get a bat on that?
Yeah, just below the knees, but that late sink.
That's why he's got a mortgage around his neck, because he can hit. You don't get bling like that if you can't hit. Another 2-2. Got him out in front.
Man, they used to say that home run hitters drive Cadillacs. Singles hitters, not so much.
Yeah.
Right?
Uribe trying to fight him off here. 2 and 2. Another one. A long pause as the pitch clock ticks. And a little rollover foul ball. Bell's hanging tough.
He is.
Uribe's giving him all he's got. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat. It'll be the 20th pitch of the inning for Uribe. Another 2-2. Uribe,
What you got here? Slider?
takes a moment. I would guess.
Throwing a lot of strikes with that pitch. Let's see what he does.
That backdoor slider was a good hit for him. 3-2. And he missed with a fastball.
Man, fastball missed.
That's a terrific at-bat by Bell. Man, something else. Let's hear a word from Digger's Hotline.
For 50 years, Digger's Hotline has helped protect Wisconsin residents. Contact them for free 3 or more working days before digging. Be smart. Check before you start.
Cody Clemens now. Can't let off the gas on this first pitch. Clemens 0 for 3. And on the first pitch, beats one into the ground. Abner Uribe, 20 consecutive scoreless innings. A 22-pitch scoreless 7th. Gets through the heart of the Twins' order. Brewers coming up. We're tied at 3.
Made simple.
This is the drone camera, sponsored by UW Credit Union. We're outside of American Family Field at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. We're getting set for Brewers post-game in this beautiful area, hoping obviously for a Brewer victory and have these fans get roaring and ready to go here. But these border battles just keep getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah, the Twinkies won't go away, right? Mid-May, they played them in the 3-game series. All 3 of those games were decided by 1 run, and then yesterday's game decided by 2. Let's get a nice, comfy Brewers win, and you and I can play some ship captain crew down here with these bar
Let's do that. We just need some cash.
Come on, Vinny.
I like taking his cash.
Hit that desk, Vinny. That was weak. Make some noise with that thing.
Do it again, Vince.
Well, Rock knows all about ship captain crew. Here we go.
Yeah, there, that's better. Thank you.
That's better. I agree.
I mean, really, the only way you can really play that game is if you're at a bar. BA. I mean, so
that's right. Here's Cody Funderburk on the mound for the Twins. Funderburk gets this.
He's been good.
Bottom of the 7th. David Hamilton leads off, number 9 hitter. And then to the top of the order with Turang and Churio. Hamilton came on, injury replacement for Joey Ortiz in the 4th inning. He's had 1 at-bat. He walked. It was an 8-pitch battle with 2 outs in the 4th that got Turang to the plate. And Turang delivered with 2 RBIs. Look out.
Been a number of hit batters tonight, right? Almost another.
Culpepper's been hit twice. Austin Martin hit by a pitch. Contreras was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. That's how the Brewers got their first run. 2-1 the count. And that's in there. 2-2. Been tied at 3 since the 4th.
This guy's not overpowering. I mean, average fastball at about 93. Sinker, cutter, sweeper for Funderburk.
And a strikeout of Hamilton. Snuck a fastball by him. Out number 1. Bryce Turang coming up. He's in our Toyota drive of the game. Big one. After he doubled to start the game in the 1st, he delivered with his 2 RBI single in the 4th.
2 singles, a walk, and then the base hit by Turang to tie it up.
That was clutch.
Yeah. Brewers needed that in a big way.
Turang hitting nearly 500 this year with the bases loaded. Twins bullpen has struck out 4 consecutive batters, from Adams to Funderburk. These are the hitters you want up there right now. Turang swinging it well. Churio's been hot.
Man, Twins pitchers have struck out 10 tonight. You got 10?
Well, I got 10. I got 11 actually.
11. Missed one.
1-2 to Terang. Count evens at 2-2. Now Bradley, the starter, struck out 7. Adams struck out the side.
Yeah, right 11.
And now Thunderbird.
I found the extra K.
2-2 into center field off the end of the bat. It's going to be down for a base hit. A little flare that falls in a 3-hit game for Terang. And there's the go-ahead run in the 7th inning.
Yeah, 2 to right and 1 down center. You see that that breaking pitch, the sweeper right off the end of the bat, kept it in the hitting zone a long time, and it would just dump it into center field. Good speed at first. Let's see if we can get a jump.
Dirt Cam presented by Tri-City National Bank. Here's Churio now. Royals have a 6-3 lead over the Cubs late stages of that game in Kansas City. Brewers are 4.5 up on the Cubs to start play today. It's as close as it's been since June 16th. High water mark for the Brewers. They were up 7.5 games on June 26th. Cubs have won 5 in a row and are 19 games over. That's a strike.
It's been a really good strike zone tonight for Chad Fairchild. I don't think there's been a challenge, has there?
No, he's a good one. Had just the one
Has there
challenge.
been one early?
The second pitch of the game.
Yeah.
He's the crew chief, Chad Fairchild. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Churio has been blasting away lately. 3 homers in his last 4 games. Tommy Nance in the bullpen. Pitch yesterday. Faced just 3 batters yesterday. Figure Thunderbird's got at least the next 2 hitters. He's facing his 3rd batter in Churio, and they got a lefty due next in Bowers. Two-two. Terang great wheels at first. Thunderbird makes sure he stays there. Churio's on the Wisconsin lottery home run leaderboard. With 16, he's tied Terang despite missing 6 weeks of the season. Terang started, then stopped. Churio strikes out. And this Twins bullpen is pouring through the Brewer lineup right now.
Yeah, a lot of punch outs. A high fastball, and Churio swings right through it.
Well, these are at bats for Jake Bowers. He has rarely gotten in his career until this year. Kind of had him pigeonholed as a platoon player, but he has broken that scouting report this season. First by demand, and now it is Bowers who's been one of the most consistent hitters.
He's slugging at .497. Not bad.
Sitting on 20 homers, only 3 of those coming against lefties, but he's hitting .250 against lefties in about a third of the at-bats. There goes Terang, pitches a strike, throw to second, not in time.
Yeah, Jefferson's has had all kind of problems throwing out base runners. Throwing out at a 14% clip is all. Not sure if that's him or the pitchers or the combination of the two, but not a very good throw.
Stolen base number 16 for Terang, matches his home run total. And he is in scoring position with 2 outs. Anything that hits the outfield grass should score Terang. He'll be off with contact. 1-2. Bowers takes a ball. Funderburg. A lefty on lefty matchup, and he got him. Funderburg strikes out 3 around a Terang single, strands him at second, and we remain tied as we go to the 8th inning in Milwaukee. Here comes Aaron Ashby.
His favorite pizza chain.
Toyota game reset. Been a good one tonight. Started out as an offensive-minded game, and it has since settled in as these bullpens are now dealing. It's 3-3. And the Twins with a 3-run second inning to grab the lead. Bryce Terang had that clutch 2 RBI single. He's got a 3-hit game going tonight and a steal. And here we go to the 8th, and it's going to be Aaron Ashby. Luke Keyshaw will lead off, then Culpepper, and then the switch hitter Brooks Lee. Interchangeable parts in there with a rebate.
The batter is challenging.
Keyshaw's going to challenge this call. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Called a strike, and I think it's going to stay that way. It is.
Minnesota has 1 remaining.
I just don't get challenging the first pitchman at bat. You know, in a tie game late.
So 1 left for the Twins. Both teams ran out of challenges last night in the middle of the game by the 5th inning. Here's the 0-1. Keyshaw on the ground. Rollover. Pratt got to hurry it over to first. No throw. Dug out nicely.
Well, he does a good job of that, doesn't he, Andrew Vaughn?
He has really improved his game at first base from when he first came up.
And he's one of those guys that can give you a nice stretch as well. And still keep his balance and able to pick a baseball. You don't see a guy stretch like he does very often anymore.
He was a shortstop in his amateur days, Vaughn.
See the stretch, keeps it on the bag and able to pick it.
They work on that. Matt Erickson has these first basemen out working on these drills. Usually there's a coach with a fungo bat and firing at him, and that is textbook right there. Go through the ball.
My hamstrings are barking just looking at that.
A key first out. Kalen Culpepper. Culpepper has had a rough night physically. He's been hit by pitches twice, fouled a pitch off his foot on another occasion. He's got no official at-bats yet. 2 hit by pitches and a walk. And that is a yacker. What a pitch.
Yeah, you can't hit that.
A strikeout for Ashby. Caught the bottom edge of the strike zone. And 2 men are out. 5 pitches into this second inning.
Yeah, that was a strike by basically the width of a stitch. Oh. Chad Fairchild has been on his game tonight.
2 gone. Here's Brooks Lee. Got some power in his bat. Lee almost hit one out in the 6th. Missed it by a click on the bat. Deep fly ball out to right. Turns around, hits right-handed against Ashby. And he shoots that one down the right field line. Foul. Oof. That was close. Wasn't a strike, but he got the end of the bat on it and almost served it down the line for an extra base hit. And he got him. A strikeout for Aaron Ashby. Double-A. 3 up, 3 down. An 8-pitch inning with 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We're all tied at 3. Here come the Brew Crew. Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest. And by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. 3-3 game, bottom 8. Jeff Hoffman is in for the Twins. Here's William Contreras. First ball swinging, little flare center field. It is going to fall for a base hit. Contreras singles to start the inning.
It seemed like Keyshaw gave up on that a little bit too quick. A little Texas slinger into center field, and if he kept going, he might have been able to have a catch on that. That was a breaking pitch. Down on a trademark. A good start to the 8th.
Twins are without their platinum glove winning center fielder Byron Buxton.
Pulled up a little early.
Brewers will take it. Pinch runner Brandon Lockridge going to run for Contreras. He carries the go-ahead run. We'll see Sanchez come in to catch in the 9th. Jeff Hoffman pitched last night. He put a 0 on the board, but it was a wild ride for the new Twin.
And had the bases loaded, ended up getting out of the inning with a strikeout.
Hoffman, one of the acquisitions that the Twins made at the trade deadline, bolstering their bullpen. He came from the Blue Jays. Lockridge takes off. Mitchell lets him run. Lockridge safe.
Not a bad throw, just outran it.
6 steals for Lockridge. He's been on the injured list. A little procedure on the knee, comes back and immediately makes an impact with his legs.
Well, that's the way he slides to the outfield side of the bag, making the tag a little bit longer. Clearly safe.
Go ahead run at second base in the 8th. Garrett Mitchell. And did he go? He did not. Mitchell hit a bullet for an out in the 4th to center field.
There's nothing else. Get him over to third base here. Ground ball to the right side. That'll get it done.
2 balls, no strikes. Again, even though Hoffman put up a 0 yesterday, Rock, as you talk about a lot, that was a taxing inning yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of high stress pitches.
A couple of walks. Hit batter.
2-1 to Garrett Mitchell. Tapper foul. Hoffman threw 25 pitches and only 14 of those strikes in yesterday's 7th inning. He has been an all or nothing pitcher. When he's right, he's as dominant as anyone, but he has really struggled at times.
Can give up the long ball.
Blue Jays got him from the Phillies, made him their closer. 2-2 to Mitchell. Brewers have Mizorowski tomorrow, trying to win this game and set themselves up for a series win with their ace on the mound. It's going to be a last at-bat win for someone tonight. Mitchell pops it up. Keyshaw's in, and there is out number 1.
And not able to get the job done. Hey, tonight's time of the game winner, Artie's Flipside Pub and Grill in La Crosse. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to the Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. It's offered courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
So runner at second for Andrew Vaughn. 1 out of 3 tonight. Had a single and a run scored in the 4th inning. 3-3 game in the 8th. Vaughn, right side, base hit. Here comes Lockridge. Here comes the throw from Martin. Lockridge is safe, and the Brewers have the lead. Vaughn the second. RBI single. 4-3 Milwaukee in the 8th inning.
He does that quite a bit, right? Just punches that ball into right field, and with Lockridge with the great speed. And Matt Erickson, understanding the throwing arms in the outfield, take advantage, and Martin not able to get the throw off. Offline. How about that piece of hitting by Andrew Vaughn? Pulling the hands in, thinking right field the whole way. Shooting it into right. Lockridge able to score. Brewers up 4-3. Not a very good throw by Martin.
And how about Pat Murphy sending Lockridge out for Contreras? Steals second base, scores on the base hit. Now Lara will run for Vaughn with Christian Yelich at the plate. This crowd has been boisterous for Yelich for the last 5 days. Clutch from Andrew Vaughn. He and Terang deliver big hits tonight. Yelich half swing. It's a strike. Yelich on the ground, gloved by Lewis, race to the bag, and Hoffman is there. Heck of a play by Royce Lewis.
Yeah, heck of a play by Hoffman to get over there. And just maybe able to beat Yelich to first base.
Lara does advance. 2 outs in the inning now, and it'll be Cooper Pratt.
Got to bounce off that mound to be able to beat the hitter to first base, and able to do it easily. Good play by the Twins.
See if Pratt is in ambush mode right here. Lara, the runner at third. And a big breaking ball in there for a strike. Slider's got a lot of movement. Stage is set for Trevor McGill. Brewers closer is preparing in the pen. We'll have Larnach, Martin, and Jeffers coming up. Pratt fouls it away. 0-2 the count. You'd love one more on the board for insurance. Brewers will tighten up defensively with Lara. He'll go to right. Bowers will come into play first. You see Sanchez behind the plate. 0-2. Pratt strikes out. The inning is over. But the Brewers put one on the board. Andrew Vaughn, an RBI single. Coming through when it counts. Lockridge, the pinch runner, all the way around to score the go-ahead run. And now it's Trevor McGill time.
Oh, that's all.
We've got that home game advantage. Let's go.
Border battle, Twins and Brewers, game 2 of this 3-game series. Twins won last night. Brewers trying to even the series. And they have 3 outs to get. Luis Lara, after a pinch running appearance, stays into play right. Bowers moves in from right to first, and Gary Sanchez will do the catching now. And Rocket's going to be Trevor McGill. He's been lights out. He's got 20 saves and 22 chances. After a slow start to the season, he has been dominant.
Yeah, picked up save number 20 against the Pirates on Wednesday. His last 39 appearances, a 117 earned run average.
Trevor Larnach leads off. Power hitter at the plate, and McGill ties him up with some cheese. Larnach made up his mind. He was swinging at the first pitch. Varna came into the game in the 6th, so he's hitting in the number 9 spot. And he sends that one deep into right field. Back is Lara at the track. No problem. Long, loud out with some fear in there.
I thought he got it. Sounded good. Little top spin liner, though, kept it in the ballpark.
One away.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Sounded like a little toward the end of the bat.
Yeah, maybe not, yeah.
Twins will send up Alan Roden to pinch hit for Austin Martin. Roden's a Wisconsin man from Middleton, Wisconsin. Played his college ball at Creighton. Grew up a huge Brewers fan, and now he's up there trying to do some damage to the team he grew up rooting for. And he swings at the first pitch. Little flare, long run, Hamilton. He's got it. 3 pitches in. McGill is an out away.
Just eats him up with a 99-mile-an-hour heater. It'll be a nice snatching back for the Crew tonight.
One more piece to the puzzle. A power hitter at the plate, Ryan Jeffers. McGill, and he deals him one. A high fly ball, shallow center. And Trevor McGill, a 4-pitch save for number 21. And the Brewers come back against the Twins and win it 4-3.
And who picks up the win? Aaron Ashby.
The Vulture is squawking.
What is that, number 13? Well, that's a good come-from-behind victory for the Brewers. They were down 3-1. You know, Terang with the big hit to tie it up. And then the Brewers able to go on in the 8th and get the victory. That's a nice one here tonight, and you get to go to these for the series win with the Miz on the mound tomorrow.
First win of the second half for Ashby, and his 13th win. Pat Murphy and the Brewers with victory number 73. 73-44, the best record in the big leagues, and they're shaking hands. And Terang and Vaughn with the clutch hits here tonight. Brewers postgame coming up. Brewers now even in this series. Chance to win the series with the Miz on the mound tomorrow. That is all coming up. We'll hear interviews down on the field. Craig and Vinny outside. Sophia down on the field. Until tomorrow, we'll see you then. So long, everyone.